Alright then, here's my plan. Here's how I plan to play this out. I am not going back to that corridor to the east because guess what, there's a liquor there. I'm not going to run past the liquor to get to the other corridor because there's a tyrant there. Oh, a tyrant. The tyrant, I guess. The tyrant of this game. I presume there's only one. So the only sensible way to progress, the only alternative over here is to go to the west. To the reverse U-shaped balcony location. Why am I deciding to take the shotgun? Why? Because I have a small key. And what do you use small keys for? You use them to unlock little desks with drawers. If you do not have the lockpick, you use small keys. Just like in the first game, in the original. And what do you find in those? Well, you don't find primary weapon ammo, that is pistol ammo. Because that's scattered all around, you can pick it up from the environment. You don't find quest items, because then you'd have to know which desk to open, how can you possibly know that? So you find secondary weapon ammo. In Claw's case, those were grenades, I believe. And I think in Leon's case, that's just going to be repeatedly, either throughout the entire game, or at the very least throughout the very beginning, shotgun shells. Shotgun shells galore. So, if I take the key, I find shotgun shells, it's best that I have the shotgun with me so I can actually use them, and I can actually use it. I'm gonna load them into the shotgun, and if I have any left over, well, that's just gonna take the slot of the small key. I'm not gonna lug around the ribbons with me, so that solves that problem. And soon enough, presumably, I'll use up the shotgun shells on the zombies that fall, freeing up this slot as I reload the shotgun shells into the shotgun, only taking 4 slots. I'm taking the stupid valve handle because who knows, it might prove to be useful over there. I'm going to the only spot that doesn't spell instant death. And that is the U-shaped corridor. Okay, let's run through here, possibly get caught. No, not getting caught. I could go further, but that's just pushing my luck. Okay, no, we transition screens and I don't see a zombie there quite yet. Transition again, transition! Transitioning like you're a goddamn British teenager, come on. No? See, you have different transitions on different screens. Sometimes you transition midway there, sometimes you only transition once you reach the edge. If you transition near the edge, well, that's very unfortunate, because you only notice the zombies once you actually once it's too late. If the zombie is on the edge of the other screen and then you transition only once you reach the edge when you can't possibly see them coming, you have basically no notice. However, if you transition midway, as you're not quite there yet, you have some room to maneuver. And by room, I mean time. Will you push the button? Yeah. We can go down, hypothetically, but we're not gonna find the keycard, are we? Unless I've missed something. Unless I'm deeply confused. Oh, please transition it. Thank you. Yes, collapse on me. Well, not on me, please. And we freed up a slot. Yet again. This zombie's down and out. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots, down and out. There's another one over there. Transition, transition, transition! Oh no! Well, see, that's what I said. Too close to the edge. There's nothing over there, though. Any more of them? Yes, I have 3 more shots. You know, it would be brilliant if there was some... I can't believe this! I was deeply convinced there was gonna be absolutely nothing. It was going to be completely useless to reach the end, and out of sheer force of habit, because of the man I am, extremely thorough in all of my searches, I've decided to go all the way over here. And what to my wondering eye should appear? The unicorn medallion right here in a spot that housed nothing last time. Absolutely nothing. It's just here, just like that. Right here for me to find. Incredible. Can you actually go through here? It's electronically locked. And the door reads library. Okay, so I can't even access that. Therefore, I guess, were I to have the intuition that I need to go to the library and I can skip these two zombies, I would have been notified that no, as a matter of fact, that is locked. I just can't go there. Okay, here's the question. When I get to the maiden, will I get the card? That would be brilliant. But I have no idea. Did he arrive first? I think Scenario B takes place after Scenario A, at least it did in the remake. But of course, we can't necessarily judge these things that way. So maybe Leon was here first, got the keycard off of the maiden, yes, and then suddenly the maiden just pens a key for Claire, I don't know. But my idea is maybe he finds the keycard, and he's gonna leave the keycard someplace, and he's gonna find Marvin before he turns. If it happens the other way around, he's only going to find Marvin once Marvin has already been turned into a zombie. No, we get a key. We'll take the precinct key. I have taken the precinct key. And what, pray tell, is it? It's in the shape of a spade key. Okay. And where do I use that? I can't remember. All of these doors are electronically locked, aren't they? Yeah, so this is inaccessible. This is locked from the inside. Right. The door to the library is also inaccessible, so basically the entire West Wing at this point is a place I can't go to, bizarrely enough. Yeah, 2 electronically locked doors and 1 door locked from the other side. Curious, how am I even going to get there? I'll need the card. Alright, I can try to go through here, and it's significantly safer to try and go through here than, to go anywhere else. There's a liquor over there, so I'd better find a desk or something. I guess I'm going to need a key. I haven't cleared out the office, have I? But I think I've cleared out this bit. Yes, I think I have. So, thank goodness I should be able to navigate this place. Next up, let's find a desk, and for shotgun shells, and with shotgun shells, let's give myself the ability to execute zombies, conveniently, swiftly. I have 3 shots! 3 bullets left in the handgun, ugh. I don't like this. Not one bit. Hold on. Oh, right, of course. And this... It's locked. A diamond is it? Okay, gotta remember, this requires the diamond key. Diamond key over there. This doesn't require any key whatsoever. Do not press any key. What about this? It's locked. A club is etched in the keyhole. This is a spade. Okay. Yes, diamond club. Should have kept that in mind. I've got bad news for myself. The places I can visit, well, they're not safe by any stretch of the imagination. I can go over here. I know there's a liquor inside, but this room pretty much inevitably contains useful items. So I'm going to have to run past the liquor, try to collect what there is to collect. I'm probably gonna get gruesomely injured. Yeah, in which case I presumably should get some healing ahead of time. Yes, the responsible thing to do is to head all the way back through here, through there, go to the only place with the item box that I know of, grab the healing, and then and only then try to progress inside, past the liquor, get gruesomely injured as I try to search the room, and then leave the room having not killed the liquor because I don't have anything to kill it with. Well, I'll do the responsible thing, and I'll be back with you shortly. I'm back. My inventory contains a lot of stuff, which does not please me in the slightest. Let's do this. Hi. Don't drop down, please. Let's just slowly and carefully now navigate this place without alerting the licker for as long as humanly possible. Is Leon the one who causes the licker to break the glass? There's something on the other side, isn't there? The moment I see it drop down is the moment I start running. Yeah, screw you, licker. It's a magic mirror. Ow. Danger. Okay, let's heal. He's fine. Are you seriously telling me that there was nothing there outside of a bit of ammo? That's it. Preposterous. Alright, if that is the case, what exactly am I supposed to do? Well, I don't have that many places that I can still visit, now do I? So the only thing I can do, as far as I can tell, is deal with the other licker in the other hallway. And by deal, I mean run past. Ugh. Yes. And reach the alt room. I'm desperately trying to figure out what it might contain, but that's not really going to help me now, is it? The way items are distributed over here, it's rather difficult to predict. It won't necessarily be the same way it was last time, is it? We shall see. I haven't dealt with the situation particularly well now, have I? But I'll live with it. I'll live. Okay, we run past the licker and we go all the way to the tail end and to the right. Hi, licker. Ow, why did you... No, stop it. Get some help. He's fine. Are there any zombies here? Because... zombies. For... You actually find ink ribbons here. Incredible. Anyway, there might be a licker here as well. It's been actually covered with dust. Yeah, whatever. I do recall in scenario B. Yes, I do recall in scenario B. All painting. In scenario B, we had an unfortunate encounter in the art room with the licker. I didn't see the shotgun shells. I absolutely did not see the shotgun shells. But hey, didn't see the ribbons either. Quest item over there. Is it the card? I hope it is. Well, that's a relief. Will you take the blue key card? You've taken the blue key card. Huh. Claire's gonna find the red key card. What do you do, blue key card? Hall electronic... Yes! Electronic hall... Yes! This is the one we use in the main hall. Glorious. And I even have ink ribbons with which to save in the main hall. That I should presumably then log... No. I'll save elsewhere. I know exactly where. But if I'm correct in my assessment, a licker is going to drop down right as we try to leave. In which case, guess what? We're running. Get ready. Yes! Go! Leon, just run. Massive glass ceiling. Yeah. Now that's... Whoa, no. Well, that's going from bad to worse. However, if I can run across... Yes, then I end up over here. Where did the tyrant go? I don't know. I quite frankly don't want to know. How's Leon? He's fine. He's a big boy. Oh, I haven't... Yes, of course. There's another place I have not thoroughly cleared. Well, fair enough. Kablamo! Yes, I have to go over here. Sorry. Ammo. Ah, yes. He can't carry any more items. Glorious. What are the increments here? More ammo. A green herb. Okay, there's a green herb. Some ammo. And then there's the save. Um, 624? 642? It's the same save. I should have that written down. Give me a moment. All right, I've checked. It's 2, 2, 3, 6. Will you take the shotgun shells? You bet I will. The police station map, will you take it? Absolutely. I've taken the police station map. And that's everything. That's all, folks. I have the keycard, the shotgun shells. I've got a lot of stuff. Yes, and I need to free up inventory slots because I also have some healing to pick up over here. Some more ammo for the pistol. Thankfully, I've cleared out all of the zombies over here. Have I picked up the increments over here? I think I have. Yes. Is that a box of ammo? Or is that something I cannot interact with at all? No. It's an irrelevant box. Right, we're leaving. That should grant us access to both the library and to the Western office. Why am I going through here? Doesn't matter. Alright, brilliant. We go over here, use the key card. You don't need to use this right now. I beg to differ. Will you use the computer? Yes. Use it? Yes. Both the doors have been unlocked. Magnificent. This place should be safe, and if it's not, I can either run away or blow anything that is inside away. Whoa! It's not... Well, I did not expect that. After all, there's an item box over here and so on. You'd think this place would be safe. You'd be wrong to think that, but you would think it. Wouldn't you? I would. Hello? Come over here. Okay. And what is this, pray tell? Police member. Oh, yeah, this is where you get the code. I'm sorry. This letter is just to inform everyone about the recent movement of equipment that is occurring in prison management. Safe with the foliage lock has been moved from the stars offered on the second floor to the eastern office on the first floor. 2236, Raccoon City, Raccoon Police Liaison Department. Sorry about that, I did it out of order. I know, sequence breaking, I don't particularly care. I'm still fine with this. Oh, can you unlock this desk with your key? The desk is locked. Will you use the small key? Yes. You've used the small key and you get shotgun shells. Magnificent. And because you've used this, you've freed up inventory slots. Now you have 4 free inventory slots on you. Magnificent. And you can use those inventory slots in order to acquire the remaining items from the East office. Might as well get them right now while it's still relatively safe. We get some pistol ammo. And we get the green herb. You should presumably gobble up that green herb because he's injured? How was I supposed to expect a second green herb over there? Was there one originally? I don't know. Well, either way, I've taken them, I've combined them, and now I shall leave. I've got places to be, puzzles to solve. I could hypothetically progress through here, because the alternative is to go through the library. Thank goodness I have the map. Okay, the hard key is something I definitely and obviously do not have, so let's not even worry about that. The diamond and club is magenta and green respectively, which means that the places I have access to are places which are locked with the teal key. Which means that going through there is absolutely the way to go. There's of course a liquor there. I presume there's a liquor there. Actually, considering this is Leon's playthrough, presumably there's the tyrant there. Which makes matters significantly worse. Yeah, it makes matters significantly worse. Consider the following. Pretty much every single encounter I've had with the tyrant in the remake was in such a way that were I to actually pay attention to what was going on, and were I to insist on playing things safe, were I to be smart to the tiniest extent, I would be able to loop around some sort of a structure, run around a pillar or a bookcase or anything of this sort. Namely, I would not face the tyrant in a dead end. I would get enough open space to run around him, or I would get things I can put in the way to ultimately outrun him. The tyrant is slow, it's bulky, it's mighty, but at the same time, it can be evaded. If they sick the tyrant on me as I enter that room, well, I'll have basically no choice but to try to either evade it as it's right next to me. I'll basically have to go through it, or I'll have to shoot it and hope it temporarily gets depowered so that I can run past it. I don't like either of those solutions, and I think a significantly neater design is one where you have the option of not necessarily outsmarting it, but at the very least outrunning it. Well, not outrunning necessarily. When you can slip past it, when you can just weave your way in such a neat little fashion that you don't have to face it head on. There's a couple of puzzles I can try to solve upstairs, and if I go upstairs I will meet up with Claire. Of course I will! Actually, that's presumably the time I meet up with Claire. I go through there, enter the library. In the remake, there was basically no one in the library, was there? It was just a silly little puzzle and that was about it. But then I enter that little corridor and meet up with Claire. I come in from the library side, she comes in from the other side. Makes perfect logical sense. So do I really want to take this route first? Yeah, I do. It's the more annoying and difficult route, therefore it is the one I should go with first. Save myself the trouble further down the line. Instead of, you know, forcing myself to do the most annoying thing last. That's a lot of stuff I have on me, but I think there's a method to this madness. I'm going to reload both the shotgun and the pistol. I'm taking the spade key and I'm going to save right here, right now. And then, as I have stated, I am heading west. Underground floor. I am probably making things more difficult for myself than they necessarily have to be, considering the fact that the liquor can be slaughtered, and relatively easily at that. It's too dark to see anything inside. Yeah. I could just blast it with my shotgun repeatedly, and it's bound to go down. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like a neat enough solution to me. Okay, let's try to get through here. I cannot be surprised by the presence of a liquor, because I've seen, what, 4 of them by now? Has Claire fixed things already? What is happening? This is incredible. Okay, I'm here after Claire has already been here. And at the time, remember, I looked at the situation and figured, wow, so much help that's gonna be. What exactly am I accomplishing here? What's the point? Yeah, I've locked this. I have put the shutters down, but I'm not going to return here at any point in the future. It's pointless. It's absolutely useless to have the shutters down. I should have gone for the other spot. Yeah, that makes sense. However, if I can affect Leon's playthrough in this way, well, isn't that convenient? Suddenly, I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about zombies just busting in, coming in through the windows, destroying all the barricades and such. No, I can just rest easy knowing that this place is safe. Sure, the other place will still be crawling with zombies, but at the very least with Leon, I don't have to worry about this spot. Glorious. Maybe it would have been better for both of them to stop zapping so loudly, sheesh. The code will short out soon. That's fine. That window over there, by the way, completely untouched. Okay, let's stay frosty. Oh, and there's no liquor here. There's a huge pool of blood, though. I think that's Claire's handiwork. Does this discard the key? Yes, absolutely. Listen, I know what's up. And I've already told you what's up, so you should know what's up as well. Once we go through here, once we reach the tail end and pick up the item, we're probably gonna get the tyrant thrown at us. I'm prepared. Emoji, I'm just going to try to run past it. I don't want to waste ammo on that thing. I'd rather waste a bit of health. A copy machine. Okay. Copy that. Police report. Patrol report, September the 20th, 9:30 p.m. Reporter, Sergeant Neil Carson. I received a report of a suspicious individual skulking around the sewers in the outskirts of Raccoon City. I searched the area and located the individual, but he ran away before I was able to question him. I recovered the following items: a small amount of C4 plastic explosives, an electronic detonator, 19 times 9mm parabellum rounds, infrared scope, broken, and report. Files, but all of them are useless. Yes, in an emergency, bureaucracy isn't gonna save us. We find some ink ribbons. Of course we do. How many ink ribbons does a man need? Raccoon City data files. Mostly on Umbrella Incorporated. Interesting. So they were conducting an investigation, but at the same time Umbrella was controlling them. Visual material. So it's not like they were gonna find anything, especially with Irons on the take. The bent cop that he is. That's just first aid spray. I don't need that. Will you take the first aid spray? Sure. But where's the crank? Well, where is it? was my quest item. Don't tell me that Claire has solved that for me too. You kidding me? It was the something I was supposed to retrieve from over here? Are you seriously telling me that the only purpose of this room is to give me some healing and 2 ink ribbons? That's all I can possibly squeeze out of it? There's gotta be something useful here, right? Or is this just a huge waste of time and a horrifying trap? Is that literally it? The only thing I can come up with, possibly, is that there's something up there, but I see nothing! Nothing on that shelf that would suggest I need to push the stepladder appropriately and then retrieve anything. Yeesh. Well, I guess I don't find anything there. Maybe I just need to go to the library and that's it. Maybe the rooms in which you find maybe the rooms in which you find quest items and the rooms in which you just find some otherwise useful stuff get swapped. I was prepared, I was mostly ready, and nothing happened. Figures. Okay, we are going to visit that side room. Over how... wasn't there a way to get out of it? A different way to get into a different room differently? I don't know. I'll just investigate yet again. Because I have 2 options. I can either go down the corridor, or I can go straight to that room. The ops room, I think. I'll try to visit the ops room. Stay frosty. We find a herb. Also, if I find a typewriter but no ribbons, sorry, if I find a typewriter but no item box, I can make use of that. Are the windows over here also protected? Or are they not? Well, I just need to keep away. Stay away from the windows. That's it. Don't get grabbed, don't get snagged, don't get nabbed. Through down to the right. Oh, officer, there is a problem. I know what you might be thinking. I could have used the shotgun. Well, it's cheaper this way. Then again, what else am I going to use the shotgun against? I guess I can use the shotgun against basically anything, though. How cocky, though. Oh, no! No, 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 hold on. Oh, that ain't fair. Yep, that'll do it. Switching back to the shotgun. I have 8 shots in it, though, so it's understandable that I'm hesitant. Can we go through here? I have the lighter, so I may as well solve that little problem. There's basically nothing else of use here. Unless, of course, there actually is in Leon's playthrough. So there was a recent accident here. There are no accidents. Yes, I can see that item over there. Sort of a report, something to read. Empty soda cans and junk, nothing else. Okay, so a single document to read. Operation report. Operation report. September the 26th, Raccoon Police Department was unexpectedly attacked by zombies. Many have been injured, even more were killed. During the attack, our communications equipment was destroyed and we no longer have contact with the outside. We have decided to carry out an operation with the intent of rescuing any possible survivors as well as to prevent this disaster from spreading beyond Raccoon City. The details of the operation are as follows. I've already gone over what this means and what I make of it. The fact that they recognize zombies as zombies, of course, makes matters worse because then their actions become more difficult to defend and justify, yada yada yada. Security of armaments and ammunition. Chief Irons has voiced concern regarding the issue of terrorism due to a series of recent unresolved incidents. On the very day before the zombie attack, he made the decision to relocate all weapons to scattered intervals throughout the building as a temporary measure to prevent the possible seizure. Unfortunately, his decision has made it extremely difficult for us to locate all ammunition caches. It has become our top priority to recover these scattered munitions. To unlock the weapon storage, as stated earlier, it will be extremely difficult to secure all the ammunition. However, a considerable supply still remains at the underground weapon storage. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the card key used to access the weapon storage is missing, and we have been unable to locate the key. One of the breakers went down during the battle, and the electronic locks are not functioning in certain areas. It has become first priority to restore the power in the power room and secure those locks. Recorder David Ford. Operation Port, September 27th, 1 p.m. The west barricade has been broken through and another exchange ensued. We sheltered the injured in the confiscation room on the first floor temporarily. 12 more people were injured in the battle. Recorded David Ford. Additional report. 3 additional people were killed following the sudden appearance of an as of yet unknown creature. This creature is identified by missing patches of skin and razor-like claws. However, its most distinguishing characteristic is its lance-like tongue, capable of piercing a human torso in an instant. The numbers as well as their location remains unknown. Remain unknown, that's plural. You have to match the subject with the verb. We have tentatively named this creature the Licker and are currently in the process of developing countermeasures to deal with this new threat. Officer Report 1 has been filed. Magnificent. Glorious, yes, as it should have been. Operations map, glorious, yes, wonderful, magnificent, great. We go over here, this place should be safe, but you never know. Anything in the Did you see the ammunition? Did you see the ammunition? I did not see the ammunition. But hey, I just keep clicking buttons and sometimes I get stuff. Sacrifice to the hellfire. So yeah, basically I'm like a rat in a Skinner box. Fire has been lit, we collect the red jewel. Great. That's one of them. It's the virgin heart. But of course, as we know, virgins have 2 hearts. I don't know. As we know, I am full on items. Should I head back and deposit what I have discovered? Yes! Well, let's do that then. I'll be back momentarily unless something tries to grab me. Alright, I'm back. And I'm on my way. This great though. Nothing happened last time with Club, but that doesn't mean everything's gonna be peachy keen with Leon. But then again, it very well might be. Okay, we go through there and to the east. Yes, always on to the east. To the east is a room we can't access because we don't have the diamond key. So we're gonna have to go onwards. Underneath the staircase, there's the dark room. Any zombies nearby? Nope. But there are 2 green herbs here, which I will collect. Yeah, I did take the crank with me because it should be useful soon enough. So much healing has been collected, sheesh. And this is supposed to be the higher difficulty, allegedly. Wait, have we ever unlocked this? Or is this where you get clothes from? Special kind of key is required. Yes, special. Let's get the ink ribbons. 2 more. I guess the general idea is that no sane person is going to search as thoroughly as I am. So if anyone clicks randomly, they deserve an ink ribbon occasionally. Awesome ammo, yes, if you click on every single cabinet, every single thing, instead of playing the game like a normal person, sure. Saving ink ribbon. I've just saved. I've just saved a moment ago. Off camera. Okay, I guess we can go upstairs. Fine, in that case, I'll save, then we go upstairs, and, we get the second gem, I guess? We should meet up with Claire soon enough. I could have gone through the library, I could have gone through here, I decided to go through here. In the end, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I also want to use up the Wolf. I will not use it up anytime soon, though. You know I'm not. Because it's gonna be useful in other places. Since this was safe with Claire, it might be dangerous with Leon. But who knows? What about this doll? Once again, it seemed it was barricaded, etc. I presume the Tyrant is gonna break it down. That's my assumption. The Tyrant is gonna break it down. I can run around this though. That's fairly safe. So that's good. There's a plaque over here, but let's solve the puzzle first. Sokoban. From this side. Click. And now the other one. Just drops it. Yeesh. How it did not shatter into a gazillion pieces, I do not know. Will you take the red jewel? You bet I will. Yes, the god of the sun and the moon. How lovely. Okay. Virgin heart number 2. Can we actually go through this doll? Because if we can, I don't see why we shouldn't. I guess I was supposed to meet Claire the other way around, but whatever. Is this ammo? I have 16 shots in my shotgun. Come at me. Yeah, I know, brains. Come here. Come here, brains are my specialty. Oh, I'm sorry, you should have been more specific. I thought you meant that you wanted me to splatter your brains across the floor. Well, silly me. Oh! What are you doing down there, silly? No, 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 Leon. Not like this. Yeah, I'm not getting caught by a crawling zombie. It doesn't deal that much damage, but it is a humiliating experience. Come on. You don't need to be that precise, but whatever. Stars room first? Why not? There's gonna be a lot of stuff to pick up here, and I won't have the inventory space, will I? Various devices. This must be where they gathered information, yes. What about this? Will you take the Magnum? You bet I will. Ha 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 ha! Desert Eagle. Could have read out the entire thing, but no, nothing is for here. The unopened cardboard boxes. It looks like a rookie's desk. Oh, it's Rebecca's. Picture of a young man. There's a good chance it's her boyfriend. Yeah, so that might be Jill. Desk is disorganized and untidy. Probably affects the owner's personality. Chris Redfield. Chris's diary, August the 8th. I talked to the chief today once again, but he refused to listen to me. I know for certain the Umbrella conducted T-virus research in the mansion. Anyone infected turns into a zombie, but the entire mansion went up in that explosion, along with any incriminating evidence. Since Umbrella employs so many people in town, no one is willing to talk about the incident. Looks like I'm running out of options. August 17th. We've been receiving a lot of local reports about strange monsters appearing at random throughout the city. This must be the work of Umbrella. August the 24th. With the help of Jill and Barry, I finally obtained information vital to this case. Umbrella has begun research on the new G-virus, a variation of the original T-virus. Haven't they done enough damage already? We talked it over and have decided to fly to the main Umbrella headquarters in Europe. I won't tell my sister about this. This trip is about this trip, because doing so could put her in danger. Please forgive me, Claire. Chris's diary has been filed. This gets disorganized. And we do not, in fact, get the medallion over here, because we've already got it in the hallway. Lipstick of a gun, yeah. So this is Barry's desk. It's trash, someone must have searched the desk. Of course. Probably Chief Irons. Was there anything of use here? Anything at all? Presumably not. Well, there's something of use here. Apparently there are some handgun bullets. Right there, ripe for the taking. Obviously obscured, so you don't actually see that you can pick them up. Yeah, a picture of all the STARS members. There's trophies, one of them reads, Marksman Contest winner, Chris Redfield! Well done, Chris. Now we leave and we receive a fax, or do we? Well, I got my Magnum, so there's that. I can use the Magnum to dispatch any lickers that try to impede me. Do we get... We don't get a message. Of course we don't, because we don't interact with Irons, do we? We're gonna interact with someone else entirely. I'll switch to the Magnum should I need to. I will not have it drawn quite yet. I'll just walk around with the shotgun equipped. Of course, that's quite an impressive number of weapons I have. All at once. 3 of them. Thankfully, I will be able to work with that because I'm going to get additional 2 inventory slots soon enough. Well, in the basement. It's gonna take a brief while, but I'll get them eventually. Right, we enter the room from the wrong side, but we should still meet up with Claire. Who are you?
Hey, wait!
That's a dead end, kid. No, it isn't. Will you take the precinct key? Yes. That explains a lot. So, we have finally collected the diamond key. There was something here, wasn't there? Will you take the shotgun shells? Why would I ever not? Okay. And after this little encounter, he's gonna come out of here, out of this little dead end, and he's gonna meet Claire. He's gonna, hey, we're still a little girl. Yeah, she went that away. Brilliant. So it doesn't matter whether you enter it from the east or from the west, you ultimately exit south.
Leon!
Claire, you made it.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Gladly. Now, if this information looks useful... Yes, this game is littered with things that are of absolutely no value or use or interest. Keeps happening. Yeah, next up the library. Oh, there's a desk. I don't have a tiny little key. Claire, could you do me a favor? Open the desk? No? Well, that sucks. Yes. Well, I'm glad I covered that bit of ground. Yeah, of course, we have just entered the library, which means that that place is no longer safe. Which is fine, we're not going back there ever again, are we? Let me be surprised. Go ahead. Tell me that we need to navigate that space again for some ungodly reason. Actually, we mostly don't. Yeah, as far as I can tell, we don't. The ops room with the fireplace, I've already visited. I've already gotten the Virgin Heart from there. Other than that, we can go to the dark room and to the corridor, to the room before the room with Malvin. We don't need to navigate that place ever again. There's nothing of use there. So we will be just going through the library from here on out. We don't need to go upstairs yet either. I guess lickers might have spawned out there, but if they have, then I'm just going to dispatch them using the Magnum. That's not that big of a deal. Yes. Mostly I need to dump the items I have found. Then I can deal with the puzzle in the library and such. Thankfully, I have cleared out all the zombies from this region, so it's going to be an absolute breeze. But that's the way these things play out. If you are actually thorough, in particular, if you are thorough about clearing out the spots that are, as I like to put it, high traffic, the sort of spots that you will be going through numerous times, then every single time you go through them, you don't have to worry about dodging enemies. Because, as I have said, you've cleared them out. I have discovered the diamond key. I should use it soon enough. I should probably not lug around everything. It's going to become very annoying very quickly. For now, if nothing else, I desperately need to plan my next move. I have the diamond key, and with the diamond key I can open up 2 new spots. There's the room next to the room with the liquor, which presumably is going to be the room in which I find something of value. The room with the liquor was not particularly impressive. I can't recall whether Claire found that already asunder or not. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. There's also the room next to the corridor, next to the dark room. We can go through there. It's filled with zombie cops, or at the very least it was in Claire's playthrough. Then we visit Malvin. He might have something on him. I think he might have the detonator, either that or C4. Presumably in one room we'll find the detonator and the other C4. Once we find those, we'll have to clear out 2 liquors up here in the east wing. And as we do that, we'll be able to progress much further. Yes. Indeed, we will be able to deal with Irons' office. Unless, of course, this playthrough is different, which is perfectly possible. Maybe we will not be dealing with Irons' office at all in this playthrough. That would be strange. When we meet Ada, I do not know, for the life of me. So where do I go first? Because I have Virgin Heart times 2, so hypothetically, I could deposit both of these and proceed immediately to retrieve one of the stones from over there. I should presumably deal with all the busy work as soon as possible. Oh, where do we use the valve handle? I can't remember. Do we actually... Is there a shower room over here? Do we use the valve handle? I can't recall. I don't think so. None of these rooms fit the bill. So do we just use it on the ground? Was there no steam in the way? Probably. Solved that puzzle, got in the Virgin Heart. Sorry, I'm desperately trying to plan the route ahead. I think priority 1 should presumably be to deal with the library, except there's not much I can do in the library. Well, since I got that key, I could make it my top priority to instead, well, go to the places I can visit with the key. Leave the library for later because I still have to collect the proper key to be able to go upstairs, deal with whatever liquor is there, other different type of liquors, whatever. The fairly lethargic liquor that's there, and fix the clock tower. The only thing left to establish at this juncture is what items I want to bring with me. I don't think I'm going to lug around additional bits of pistol ammo. I think the pistol itself might have outlived its usefulness for the most part. If I deal with the liquor, I'm going to use the Magnum to just obliterate it in a single shot. If I deal with a zombie, I'm going to use the 18 shots that I have at my disposal in the shotgun to decapitate that. I think that's the way to go. Well, in that case, I might as well take out the Virgin Hearts. Solve that puzzle soon enough. Hold on, I'm desperately trying to figure this out. Yes, so I would have to go upstairs, slay 2 liquors with the Magnum, Virgin Heart, get one of the stones, get out of there. And once I'm done with that, head downstairs, through here, one of the diamond rooms. Then the other diamond room with Marvin, we get an out. That's the current plan. I may deposit items down the line, but that's mostly it. It honestly takes me longer to plan this out than it will take me to execute, but that's perfectly fine. The end is near. At the very least, the end of having to deal with the police station, I guess. Once I find the 3 stones, I should finally be able to leave. For now, however, thank you all so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.